Good morning, friends. So here I am in another, what seems like a cramped space, but this is my deck and it's all nice and cozied up, and so I thought it was the perfect spot. So I hope that you're gonna hang on for the whole video, because I'm gonna do a drawing of the girls who put their names in for a free spot on the November 1st retreat. Now listen, if you didn't get your name in, or you saw it but you were like, this is too far out, or I don't know if this is for me or whatever, listen, we're gonna have plenty more opportunities and probably some more giveaways before the season is over. So keep your ear to the ground, your eye to the Heart Refined, both Facebook and the website, and by the way, there's YouTube. There's so much out there for a Heart Refined, so make sure that you're checking in. If this is valuable to you and you think it's something that somebody in your circle needs, get them to tune in too. So anyways, keep paying attention to that, because this retreat is going to be very special as the Lord is moving and showing that many women are in need of just remembering what it is that God has already done for us. And I like to use this phrase, it's an Adrian Rogers phrase, to take possession of your possessions. In other words, God has given us everything we need through Jesus Christ to partake in his divine nature, and we forget that we have access to that, and then we just go about life and we don't know how to manage either our emotions or our conflict or any of the things. And so this is why it's important for us to join together in the conversation, and that's a little bit of what I'm going to talk about today. So if you notice, like, there's not going to be a whole lot of big exercise done in this space today. It's yard mowing day. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to stretch. But before we do that, I'm going to share something. I'm going to share a little nutritional nugget from the top. And then we're going to stretch. And then I'm going to share a devotional nugget from the bottom. But it's always, and then I'm going to do the drawing. So don't think I forgot. But it's always important for us to like stretch our memory. So I posted that yesterday with the drawing thing, a blog from last year where I was picking strawberries with my precious little girl, and I've been picking them again with her already. Well, picking the one already this year. But as I was doing that, I was reminded of the things that God has shown me over the past year. And one of the things is just felicity, joy, living in the space that he brings through his character and the wisdom that he brings. Okay, I'm going to be careful because I don't want to get on the devotional nugget yet. I want to talk about the educational or the nutritional part first. So one of the things that's happened to me over the past year, this time last summer, right around my birthday, I had a real clear reminder from God that he had taught me in seasons past, when I was coming out of addiction, that the way to take care of me is to make sure everything I'm doing is to take care of my brain, my emotional, mental, and nervous system health is what I'm to be geared towards in how I am eating and living and exercising and all those things. Well, you know, a lot of times when we do these things, weight loss comes along with it. And so I got real zoned in that weight loss is the goal. And the Lord clarified for me last year, or reminded me of what he had already taught me, that my job is to take care of my mind. Well, what did I do once again? Don't we do this, y'all? God gives us great wisdom, and then we forget about it. How do we forget about it, though? Because there's lots of other pieces of information coming on. We are at the height ever in all of human existence of information flow. I mean, we've got so much. And so what is it that we're supposed to do? There's so much nutritional stuff. And so what I did is the Lord had taken me into this book, How Not to Die. And like, y'all, we're going to die. But the subtitle of it is Discover the Foods Scientifically Proven to Prevent and Reverse Disease. And one of the things in here is the management of depression. And I say, you know, sometimes it's, you know, the condition of depression, we can get into the argument, is that reversible or not? In the joy of the Lord, it pales in comparison to him, so it takes a back seat to him. But there's also nutritional things you can do. So anyways, I had forgotten that, and I got really geared in again on how to lose weight. Well, what did I do? I did lose some weight in that season. In fact, and you know, I'm just gonna tell my weight because whatever, who cares? I had gone from 226 down to 202. And in the past year, I have toggled back and forth between 202 and 210. And today I sit at 207.9. And so I tell that number, and I tell it with pride, because really, truly, who gives a care, who gives a rip about that number? I've said this before. If your belly is flat and your you know, your arms are strong, good. But a lot of times girls think if my belly is not flat, I am not able, or I'm worthless, or whatever. My question is, listen, or my point is, when you go into menopause and other things, stuff's gonna drop. It don't matter who you are. Stuff is gonna drop. Your belly, your hips, all these things. And I have had to come to a place in my mind that it doesn't matter. I need to definitely strengthen my body on all layers, all levels, but it does not matter what it looks like as long as I'm able to do what God has asked me to do. For instance, taking care of my daddy lately, who has had knee replacement surgery, and that's required me to do some things like moving furniture and help, just really doing a lot of physical things, running up and down stairs all the time, and I find that to be an honor and a privilege. And I thank God that he's given me what was necessary to be able to do it in this season. And so the service that God has called you to, the people that he has called you to take care of, are you able to do it? That is the question. And is your mind healthy? Is your body strengthened in such a way to where you can? Girl, if your belly's hanging low, let it wobble to and fro. Whatever. Just take care of your mind and your heart before the Lord. And sometimes weight loss happens along with it. And so anyways, I'm going back to what I know to be true because God had given me that wisdom. And now, some wisdom he gave me also in the season of menopause is that more protein is essential. And we're going to be talking more about that and how to get your proteins, your complete proteins, even if you are a vegetarian or however that goes. And I'll be talking more in the weeks to come about how I'm learning to eat to take care of my mind, body, and spirit. Okay, so now let's do a little stretching. I know I'm talking a little long today, but okay. All right, here we go. Again, I'm in a tight space right here. So you can be in a tight space and still get your stretch in. I'll tell you, here, let me make sure I got my time going. We're just gonna stretch for a few minutes. First of all, just pull your knees up. And y'all, this song right here, I'll talk about it, where the joy pours in, or where the peace pours in, the joy pours out. That's exactly what I feel today. So just pull them up. Now, let your legs go apart. You can, if you can't do the floor, you can do the bed. If you can't pull your knees all the way up, pull them to the best of your ability. If you need to like link your hand around your thigh, then do so. Some of you may say, this is not exercise. Do you understand that God created Sabbath for us? He created rest for us. He created our bodies to move. And so my point is, he created us to go both ways. And so sometimes, though, you need to be able to just lay that leg down, that one leg down, keep that one leg up, or if you're right here, that's fine. Listen, if you can only get your leg up to about right here, do it, girl. Do it. Eventually, you're going to be able to do a little better. But God gives us these spaces so we can stretch our muscles and relax. My family was talking about the other day how Americans switch legs. Americans are the busiest, and we pride ourselves in how busy and successful we are. But you go to other countries, and Americans have to adjust to how they rest. They spend time with family, hours at meals, and here we are, can barely fit in anything. You feel your back relaxing? Take a deep breath. All right, if you can, bring both legs up. Again, do what you can. Say you can only get your legs up to here, girl, do it. Come as far as you can. You can't see my toes, but I'm flexing my toes in and out. Keep doing it. Keep flexing those toes. If you can touch your toes, pull them back towards you. If you can't, pull on your legs. Feel that back stretching out. Good job. Whew. Go down really slow. There you go. Now, feet on the floor. Bring your knees out to the side. Now, I'm limited back here in my space, but what I want you to do is put your arms out wide and then turn your head the opposite direction of your knees. All right, we're gonna switch to the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now start to roll and switch over. Now bring that head back towards the other side, away from your knees. Oh my goodness, doesn't that feel good? Isn't it wonderful? I've said this before in a video past. Y'all, there are running, gunning days where you're just going to have to do more, and God will make you able to do more than you ever thought you could do. And then there are days like this where you just need to rest and relax into it. All right. Here's what I want you to do now. Come back to the center. We're not jerking around, just moving slow. Roll over on your tummy. Just stretch wide. Now I want you to stretch super wide. You're stretching out these shoulders. And you're kind of relaxing in now. Lay your head down. Take a deep breath. Okay. Now, lean up. You're just pushing up. Pushing up. Now, feel that belly and flex into the heels of your hands. That's going to stretch out your core. Take a deep breath. Now, I want you to lean in to your shoulder. See? Lean in. Lean in. Now lean into that other shoulder. Stretching, stretching. Come back to the heels of your hands and press up. Now rock those shoulders back and bring those elbows down. Now bring your head. Send me all the hair. You're on your elbows. Now bring your head down in between. Now rock up. now you're going to be on your knees. Push back. Push back till you can feel it in your mid-back. Hang your head down in between your arms. Stretch out that mid-back. All right, come to center. Come here to the center now. Stretch your arms. Pull, pull. Don't get slouchy. Stretch. Now, do yourself a favor. Right here. Take your arm. Come over the top. No, you're not going to be yanking. You just let your other arm just hang. And let this hand just sit. Keep that posture straight. And let the weight of your arms stretch out your neck. Want to do the other side now? Let that arm hang. Take a deep breath. Now, link your hands together and bring them right here. Oh my goodness. If you're like me, your back is going, ah! Here, come on. Just keep letting it hang. You're not pushing. You're just letting your hands hang. Drop those elbows. Wasn't that great? Didn't that feel amazing? I'll tell you what, there are so many little nuggets that we miss that will rest and relax our bodies. But again, we're in this busy world. And why should we slow down and do it? Well, I'll tell you what, your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health, they matter. And they will suffer if we don't slow down. One of the things on the spiritual level that we have to realize, and as you see in the title of this, we can afford to be calm. We can afford to be calm. So I've been writing these papers for school, these outlines and lessons, and I'm focusing on Mark 5. And you've heard me, if you've been hanging in for any time, you've heard me talking about the bleeding woman in Mark 5. She's the second miracle of 3 in one chapter. It starts out with the demon-possessed man, and the Lord casts the demons into, Jesus casts the demons into the pigs and runs them off the cliff. Oh, love that story. Then you have the bleeding woman. And then you have the story of, and this is all kind of taking place in the same scene, but then you have the story of Jairus, who comes and says, and he's a leader, and he's not supposed to be seeking after Jesus, but he's desperate because his daughter is dying, his 12-year-old daughter, which, mind you, the woman had been bleeding for 12 years, so neat intersection there. But she had been bleeding for 12 years. The little girl was 12 years old. Jairus was desperate. He needed Jesus' help. And along the way, Jesus stops to heal the bleeding woman. You got to imagine Jairus is like, come on, my daughter is dying. This woman, she's gross, because that's what they thought about her. She's just an unclean woman. She's gross. Why would you touch her? I'm leadership. I am important. I'm more important than her. My daughter's more important than her. You got to imagine all the things that are going through Jairus's head. But Jesus, in his perfection and his understanding of time and the way things should work out, stops to care for her, and then comes along and in the meantime weeds out the people who don't need to see this miracle, because there are people who will not appreciate it, and there's greater reasons for that. And then he brings the mother and the father, Jairus and his wife, and then his 3 guys with him into that space. And then he gives his hand to this little girl. And as my pastor preached many years ago, he said, Talitha koum, which means daughter, arise, or honey, arise. I keep this story so close to my heart, and I have for years, because this is the same way that Jesus pulled me up out of the depths, out of the miry pit, and into a spacious place, and constantly, continuously giving me wisdom that brings him glory and brings good to me. And one of the things, like I said, I was reminded of last year's time with my little girl, and how the Lord is teaching me about felicity and how to enjoy life, the life that he gave us. We do work so hard to be busy and doing about and all around, but we're not calm. We're accomplishing things, but we're not at peace with what we're accomplishing. Many people don't even like what they're doing. We're just doing. We're not happy, but it's in the sovereignty of God. This is a great book. I didn't even realize I had this book, but it's a devotional with Tozer's work in it, broken down into 365 days. And yesterday, my birthday, the name of it was We Can Afford to Be Calm. And it uses that scripture I love so much out of 2 Timothy. And I've loved this scripture since a little girl because I was taught to sing it through a hymn. But I am persuaded that he is able to keep that which I've committed, or he's entrusted unto him against that day. That means that everything that God is doing has purpose and reason. And I can afford to live in great calm and slow down and do days like today where I just stretch and I don't have to challenge myself to every end. But I can, in his sovereignty and in his perfection, wait. You think of Jairus having to wait and having to see all these things that are going on while his daughter is dying. But he learned in that moment that Jesus rose his daughter from the dead, that he could trust him. And that's the question. Do you trust God? Do you trust what he's shown you? The wisdom that he's given you. So if he's shown you a way to take care of your body and you've not done it and you've moved from it, then the question is, why? Why have you moved from it? Are there a lot of voices? Are you too busy? Have you lost faith? Do you trust God? That's it. Come back to the center. Come back and believe that you have the space, you have the authority in Jesus Christ to be calm and to be committed to the things that he's shown you that are important for you to do to take care of your life. He's done that. He will make a way. He will make a provision to help care for you. And where the peace flows in, the joy pours out. If you will, make sure. And I'm going to put all of this in a blog and with this song, but make sure and catch that blog and listen to this song and pay attention to what the Lord is showing you as you sit in that calm that you can take possession of through Jesus Christ, because he died for you. So one provision that he can make for one of these girls who signed up to get here's the thing, but to get a free ticket to the November retreat. It could very well be that you're in a space where there is relational turmoil. There's discord in your life in one way or another, whether it be in a marriage, or you have a prodigal child, or in a parenting relationship where you, as your parents are aging and there's something that's a struggle. The Lord will make provision for you to come and be a part, because we're going to focus on that in November. So, okay, here we go. I'm going to do it with you. Who wins? Wendy Lane, you won. My sweet friend, Wendy Lane. Oh, that's amazing. Now, I'll tell you what. There's some people who put in that post, happy birthday. Your name went in the pot, too, even if you didn't mean for your name to go in the pot. So, Wendy Lane, thank you very much. Thank you for the birthday wishes. And you won. Okay, sweet friends. Dear friends, I know that was a super long video, but I'm going to tell you what. Y'all have watched worse for longer. So, I hope you got some nuggets out of that. Again, a couple of books here we're talking about How Not to Die. Michael Greger, MD. I don't know anything about his theology or anything, but I know that this is good information about how to take care of yourself in a plant-based world. Even if you are eating meat, incorporate some of these ideas. But then also Tozer, 365 day devotional on the Almighty God. All right, and read Mark 5. Read it. God bless you, beautiful girls. And as we say, eat well, exercise to the best of your ability or stretch, and talk about Jesus every chance you get. Because, girls, we can afford to be calm and do what he's shown us is best for us today. God bless you.